go do a chaos challenge. Welcome in my Lego people. Sometimes I imagine my audience is just all Lego minifigures. Because everybody's so friendly. Honestly, my whole community. Super friendly. We get some bozos from time to time, but that's life. But our community as a whole, we chill. You chill. Like a Lego minifig. Hey, come on over here. Hello! Yeah, did everybody have a good Christmas? I just took a couple days off to kind of chillax because Heather ended up having, obviously, some days off, so I figured family over games. Granted, you guys are like my second family, but I figure you guys all had at least, hopefully, some first family and friends to hang out with. Sorry if I couldn't be here for you if you didn't. But New Year's Eve, I don't know if I'm going to stream, but it's my birthday, and I don't usually do anything for my birthday, like anything crazy. So if I do anything for my birthday, I'm going to try to work it, like, around it, not on the day of, because I still want to stream. December 31st is my birthday, by the way. Boing. I'm just doing some ritual oil collecting. I don't have. Oops. I guess I put away my other things. Stop it. Am I lagging? I swear those shots weren't landing. How are you running so perfectly in front of those bullets? He's invincible! He is the chosen one, chat. There we go. Give me my gold! My gold. Give me 3. I want 3. Yeah, give me 3. Yes! Ah. Oh, he's not gonna get ice affliction, but... So the trick is, with the plasma pistols, carry 2 different kinds. Reason being, you saw what I did there. As long as they're not resistant to one of them, like the ice guys were. What I do is first, usually I'll start with the ice, freeze them, and then once they're frozen, I'll switch to the fire. And then once the fire affliction builds up, then it does the double combo damage, and then they're just absolutely get blown up. And it works really well on even the betrayers. Like, it works good, obviously, on big mobs, but I would say even better on small mobs, because you can take them out in practically one hit. Oh. Did I not collect the chest here or something? Or is it just... Oh, sometimes it does this, so it just won't spawn in. I think this one's been doing this lately. But this is how you get... I have a video on this, but this is how you farm gold oil. Once you get to level 7 or 8 stars, I'm pretty sure it starts at 7. Once you get 7-star rating, you'll start seeing level 8 chaos events. But I've only got... if I marked every one of these on the map, it would look like chicken pox. But they're really easy to find. The chaos challenges spawn on POIs. So all you have to do is what I did is I just kept teleporting to the monastery, and then I flew around, and I just found like a handful of POIs, because as soon as you see a building, you know there's a chaos challenge there. and they respawn every 10 minutes. So just find yourself like 10 plus chaos like POIs that are around each other, and then just cycle between them, and then hopefully you get level 8s, because they will recycle as other ones. Oh, this one just targets. And it's super easy too. Where's the other one? Oh. Easiest gold oil I'll ever get. Just go ahead and die to fire. Boom. And then from here, I don't think I have a close one to jump to. So we're just going to go back to there. Yeah, sometimes if I complete a challenge, I won't get a chest every once in a while. It's definitely happened to me from time to time. If that happens, it still should make a new challenge later on, so you kind of just have to take the L and keep moving. Mega Nudes, the Spinjitzu moves, what I don't like about them is they're good, but like against bears and stuff, you still have to watch it, or I think you have to like twirl around to their backside because it hits them, but you can still get damaged. So, like, it's not the greatest to just, like, charge into an enemy with it sometimes if your timing is off. Like with a bear, he'll just swipe at you and hit you. But otherwise, I haven't used it. The one thing I probably should use it more on is the zombies and stuff, just because they're, like, one hit. That's probably the one situation where I underutilize it. Plasma pistols are definitely objectively better, reason being they're they're just as efficient, if not more, at doing damage. I haven't done, like, a side-by-side of it. But they have a ridiculous, like a substantial amount of durability over the shurikens. The shurikens are great and all, but the plasma pistols, as you can see, as long as they're not an ability relic, you can put relics on the plasma pistols and still get the bonus damage. But the plasma pistols, as you can see, do you see my see these gold frosted plasma pistols that I'm using? I crafted these probably like over a week ago. And I've been killing dragon after dragon, chaos challenge after like anything. I kind of switched to having this lately, so it's kind of split between these two now. But I've killed so many enemies, dragons, and challenges, and it's maybe a third of the way depleted. Whereas this one, again, I've been using probably for like 4 or 5 days, and it's got like that much off of it. So the plasma pistols that are made, you do steel on top, opal on the bottom, and then you put a relic on it, and then the durability, and then you put, right now I actually don't have, wait, I never put stuff on this? Oh, I'm a loser. I guess I forgot to put runes on this one. But damage, luck, and durability is what I like to run, just for farming reasons. Because, like, when you kill stuff, I don't think it counts for some of the items I've seen someone talk about. And I think it may be true. Like, headbands and oils, I don't think you get extra from luck. I've gotten dragon scales extra for sure. However, I don't think I've ever seen, like, headbands or oils doubled. Granted, a lot of the oil I collect is from chests, which isn't afflicted by luck at all. It's only the items enemies you actually kill. But even then, like when fighting dragons, I've gotten double scales plenty of times, but I've never seen a 4 or a 6 oil drop. Because dragons, I'm pretty sure, drop between 1 and 3 oils, right? It's between 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. So if it were doubled, you wouldn't notice if it were 1 doubled, because it would just double to 2, and 2 is a normal increment that the dragon drops anyway, so you'd have no way of differentiating between whether luck hit there or not. But if it luck hit on a 2 or a 3, then it would double to 4 or 6, which I've never seen happen on the dragon. So I think that may be correct. Does that make sense? The level of deduction there. Maturing is realizing that you need more unknowable energy than oil at a certain point. Well, the good thing about farming these challenges is that you actually get, you probably get less, but yeah, I think that's actually about the right ratio that you need them, because you need what, 3? No, because you need like 3 to 1, right? It's like a 3 to 1 that you need the other way. Because for one of these, you need 1 ritual oil, so it is like off in the opposite direction. For 11, you need 33 of these to make use of them. But luckily, these chests are pretty much on, like, what you should also be doing is, mind you, that's what I'm going to do a little bit today, is find a few more close POIs. Also, I had a glitched POI where I'm sure you guys have had it, where you find 2 of the markers, but the third one is just not to be found. Yeah, what's up, Steven? We defeated Dragon Bare Knuckles. I'll have to try that challenge, actually, here at some point. See, this one I'm pretty sure is still bugged. You guys have to be my second eye. Because there's this one, and there's this one. Unless it's reset and fixed itself, I could not find the third one. I checked, like, the sides of the mountain. I checked every building, like, literally multiple times. And I cannot find the third marker here. I'm pretty sure it's, like, I went down there. There's a lot of space to cover, but I mean, I went everywhere. Because again, we got this one, and then we got the one right nearby, and I've checked all the roofs. Well, there's nothing down here. That just leads us back down. Oh, and so what sucks is it is currently a level 8, but I'm pretty sure it's just bugged. So we'll leave this one alone. So we'll search more, I guess. I think there was one out here, but that's kind of far. I kind of want to find one that's near these ones, because I can go in a chain. Because I could always go to this one first, and then daisy chain it and go boing, 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 boing. And then I think I can boing to that one, but it would be nice if I found some more out in that area. Also, if you're wanting to see that jump pad, how I do it, I'll show you here in a little bit. I'm going to I've posted the tutorial before when I first invented it, quote unquote, or came up with it, whatever. But I think it's time for a repost on that tutorial just because it's so useful for people. And it's like a dummy, easy, it's like a 4-step build, not even. So let's just fly to... Oh, by the way, I had a dragon. I don't know if he spawned in there or wandered in there, but I walked into one of those really, you know, when you go on the south side, how there's some of those really, like, wooded, foresty parts with a lot of foliage. I had a dragon spawn in there, in between, like, tons of trees, which I thought they needed a big open space, but he was, like, he was in there, dude. Like one of those, you know what I mean? Like those big treat areas. I think yeah, that's literally, he spawned, like, in the middle of this. I'm almost positive this is the forest that I saw him spawn in. See if I can get... He was, like, literally, like, right... Probably, like, here or something like that where I'm standing. Oh, there he is. So he probably did wander in. Because he's on the outside currently, so I'm guessing he... Oh, God, I'm, like, super low. Oh, I was not expecting fireballs there. Are you not frozen? Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. It's better to just run. Oops, it's better to just run from the fireballs than try to dodge, because the dodging is sometimes you get the dodge out of sync with the fireballs, but if you just run one way and the other, it's much... Whoa, that was a weird quick dash. But if you just run one way and then the other, he'll try to lead you, and if you're just going left, right, he'll just keep faking him out, and he'll keep leading, like, the complete opposite direction. See there, I got 2 ritual oil, so, like, if that was doubled by luck, I would never know, because 2 is a normal amount that he drops. So if I ever see a 4 or a 6. Also, what I should be doing is anytime you see these or the dummies, do them, because it's also easy unknowable energy. So while you're doing the other chaos challenges that are at POIs, keep an eye out for these. Don't skip them. Where's the last one? It's always somewhere stupid. Or it's... Oh, it's up there. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere silly. No, I know I can get up there. There we go. But these are easy unknowables. I got the scale, right? Yeah. Oh, there's a Lost Master chilling there, too. I don't know why his health bar is showing, though. Something must have hit him. Oh, lagging. Yeah, what's up, Raven Chick? My Christmas was good. Got to see my nephews, so that was it's always a good time. Not that I don't get to see them often or anything, but I love my nephews. They're so cute. My parents got them a sandbox to play in at their house, so while they're over at Grandma and Grandpa's, they got their first sandbox to play in. They loved it. My parents and sister and stuff bought them like a bunch of trucks and different like scooping stuff, just to like, you know, go with the sandbox essentially. Oh, is there a thing up there that I haven't gotten? And I do not have a grappler on me. Doing it the intended way then. Whoa. I gotta change it to these. They use... What are they using here? What are those? What are those? We don't have those. We have the floor pieces, but what about these? These supports? Do we have those? Wondering if that's 2 separate pieces, because I thought I was making mine, like, somewhat accurate. And then that's the palatial pillar from Shogun that they're using. Oh yeah, I did collect it already. Rip. Okay, so it looks like I might have that one marked. No. And there wasn't a POI on that hill, I don't think. Because if I have to make 2 jump pads between, that's not too big of a deal, because I can always teleport back. Oh god, don't do it. What level is that even? I wasn't even paying attention. Not that it matters, but... Looks like it was low. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want this. I need the stuff. Give me the goods! Alright, now, let me teleport back. Shurikens or plasma pistols? Definitely plasma pistols, though. Oh, did I have a grab? I wasn't even looking. I can never see in a full inventory. If you're asking why I just did that, I didn't feel like pulling out the exact materials I'd need for a couple of jump pads. I should probably bring extra planks too. Because what I'm going to do is actually... I'm probably going to start... I think I can fly there from here. Wait, that's the far one that's kind of bugged. So I should really start there. Because that one, I swear the one over there hasn't been spawning. So I guess... I wonder if... Yeah, let's start here. And there's got to be a POI somewhere in there that I can find, but it's going to be in the mountains. What I want to see is... Oh, sorry, you respawn. Sick. And it's level 8 again. But this is why you would just want to find a handful and be able to go between them fairly quickly, is because they do respawn like every 10 minutes, and they don't always respawn as level 8s. But you have a pretty good shot, especially if you're already level 8 yourself. And it's just a good oil farming method. Charge the conduits. Time is it for me? 4:34. So I wonder if those will be in the way. Let's see. So this is how to build the thing. You don't need floor pieces down first. However, it does help. So we want to go that way, which we really can't do. Because that goes... Yeah, we want to aim at that one. But we can't really get it to aim that way. So what now I'm actually going to show you something. You're in for a treat. I'm going to show you even more. Because you can build this. They added 45 building a while back. But even now you can see this is going to point that way. This is going to point that way. So what I can do is we're going to build that there. And I think it's going to be right about there. No, that's going to aim that way. Needs to be a little bit more forward. You want to make 2 points that are fairly close together. That essentially, if you were to look at these 2 points from here, see right in the middle. We're not looking exactly at it, but we're looking a little bit to the left, so I could move this piece back like another stud or two. There, that's perfect. So now, watch this, watch this. We're doing magic here. Doing LEGO Fortnite magic. So again, this one goes too far that way. I think that one goes too far to the right. But we've got it lined up here. So what we're going to do is place this and then push it into here. And now we can actually get a pretty good lineup of where this is aiming. And I have it aiming pretty much dead on. I eyeballed it pretty darn good. But you see how it's at an odd angle? You want to make sure it's pushed up there nice and good. And then this is even easier to do now that they've added vertical nudging. So now we're just going to go to this, right? And this is going to match the, and you can even aim down here, I suppose. This is going to match the off angle that we just made. And then we're going to pull this out. And then we're going to hit our vertical nudge until it touches the ground because we do need something to connect with. And then we're just going to nudge it out and then place it. So now we have a floor that is essentially on a quote-unquote impossible angle. And this is also useful for building too, if you're wanting to build an entire building at a specifically odd angle. So now you don't need this. That's just a technique to build off-grid. So now you have your piece. Anytime you look at this piece, you'll be building on this new grid that you made. And if you snap to it, you're fine. But the second you aim off, it'll go back to the, let's call it, what do we call it? The original grid, the standard grid. So we can build off this. So we're going to do that because I'm just building a simple bounce pad machine. But to build the bounce pad machine, you don't need to do all this. You could have just, I could have done this on regular flat. But now imagine we're starting from scratch. You just build yourself a floor piece. We're going to go to build parts, foundations, wood foundation 5. Place that towards the back. Then we're going to go to toys, and we want the small dynamic foundation. We're going to line it up in the center, and then we're going to nudge it towards us until it turns red. When it turns red, you don't want to go any further because we're counting. So when it's green from red, now when it's red, we're going to go away from us 2 studs. So 1, 2. So on the first push back, it'll go green, and then the second push back is where we need it because we're going to place it right here. And then it's going to fall at what I'm pretty sure is like an exact 45-degree angle. I'm not a mathematician. I don't have tools for that here. So then after you get that placed, you're just going to place a brick right in front of it as close as you can. It's not going to touch, but so like it'll end up even like falling a little bit at some point, I think, if you jump on it. But now you've got this nice angle and it's not going to slip forward. And then from there, all you got to do is build your jump pad on there, set it to level 3, and you got yourself a nice little hop. So what I think I'll do is I'll put another one right here, but I'm going to need to do that same technique because, again, I either aim to the right or I'm aiming to the left. Granted, I could get by aiming left, but I'm a perfectionist, so we're going to create 2 points. But again, you kind of got to eyeball this and test it out, and you got to look at the 2 points and then look through the middle of where their 2 points would line up. So that lines up right about there, which means I'd have to push that one further forward or pull this one further back. And usually it's by a stud or two. You don't want to make too many movements, otherwise you're going to be off by even more degrees the other way. So now we draw your line between the two, and then you do a right angle through that line. That's where you're trying to. So now we should be pretty good, and then we can double test that out when we put this down. So now we're going to push this, and then again, now we can really see where this is aiming because we can see right between these studs, and it's actually aiming right at my marker. So I balled it pretty good again there. So now, again, we're going to take our floor. We're going to use this to copy the angle. Then we're going to pull it away, and then if it's not touching, make sure it's just down a few spaces so it is touching. And then place it. Now you've got your copied angle that instead of just being pushable, it's actually in the ground. Like you can't, like here, oh, oops. Don't worry. Oh, it's just going to be easier to replace this. But you can do this with essentially any piece, so that's at the angle, and you can't move it. As long as it's in the ground. Are we learning? So now we copy our angle, boom, 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 for the jump pad. We don't need this anymore. That's just our angle generating mechanism. Then, again, for the bounce pad tech, wood foundation 5 in the back. Small dynamic foundation, line it up in the center, and then we're going to go towards our character slowly, and then when it goes red, then we're going to go forward 2 spaces. So when it's red, 1, 2. Because if we, I'll show you what happens if you only do 1. Usually if you do 1, it'll just fall right off. So, again, towards us until red, 1, 2, place. Then it'll land there, and then you're free to land your little blocker. Now, you could do it fancier than this, I promise you. Oh, I forgot to. Make sure we crank it up to level 3. Boing, boing. Now we're talking. Favorite element? Overall, I like the combos of them all necessarily. I can't say I like any one, but the freeze is probably like my favorite next to the... Actually, you know what? I think fire. It's like one of the most volatile, does the most damage, because as soon as you get the affliction up, I think it ticks even faster than lightning does, but I believe lightning... I swear, lightning, you never even get a chance to see it because enemies die so quick. But I'm pretty sure lightning chains to other enemies, whereas fire affliction just afflicts that one enemy with tick damage. So I think the lightning is better for like AoE in that case. But I like the tick damage, and I like the combos you can do. How if you get 2 afflictions at once, you get the the double, like the explosion or whatever it is. I think that's a really neat concept. How do you get those guns? Check my pinned video on top of my profile. So we're just going to build one in the... And this one I have it... Luckily, these 2 POIs are lined up pretty nicely, so I don't have to worry about doing a custom angle. We can just use, we can just use one of the built-in grid angles for this. But yeah, if you wanted to, this is like a very simplistic form. I'm sure. Here, I guess that could be something fun to tool around with, is make like a fancier, like Ninjago style one. You know what I mean? That actually has builds like around it. We're gonna make it? Oh, heck yeah. I'm gonna make it like perfectly, but it's close enough. See, I just literally put all the fire affliction on all of them and then immediately put on the ice affliction and got a double affliction bonus on every single one of them. Like, that's sick. What do I need to do? Oh, targets. There's got to be one up here, right? There's one up here, there's one down there, and I think the other one's like on the other side of that building. Probably? No? No? Oh, it's in the house? It's gotta be in here, right? Aha! Do you still make use of the shields? No. Almost never, but yeah. Potions are my offhand go-to, because I can... Technically, I don't... It's honestly not that smart, but I'm always using... I've been using dual pistols, nunchucks, or shurikens, which I'm pretty sure are both two-handed things that you can't have an offhand equipped anyway. So I just keep that in the offhand, so that way I can switch to anything on these and still use it as like a trusty left or right click. Don't skip these, by the way. How to unlock the pistols? Pinned video on my profile. It's literally pinned to the top of my page. Easy peasy to find for you. See, this one's going to be tough to get to there, I think. I might have to do a double if I want to reverse the order. But, let's see. Oh, yeah, this one... Oh, this one's perfect, too. Good, 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 good. I like it when the POIs line up at a 45-degree angle. Oops. Oh, actually, perfect. I thought it was like more uphill to get to here. Beautiful! And then this one we already know works, so boing. Boing. Oh, I already used my double jump. You got to get your at least two level 8 charms. And then level 8 weapons. So I think you need at least 3 level 8 things. Ready? We're gonna do... Round them up, round them up, round them up. Come here, come here, come here. I want to hit everybody. Ba-ba-ba! Oh, God. Teleport. Is the thing to fly when it's red? What do you mean? When is part 2 coming out? We have really no idea. I'm hoping within the first few months of next year, but because like the battle pass for this ends in April, but I think about it, they're probably not gonna do 2 Ninjago passes, 2 passes in a row. Like, I highly doubt it, right? Like, it just doesn't seem like something they would do, is hit 2 of the same theme for like a 6-month period, because this battle pass is running for 4 months. So that means if that was copied, that'd be 8 months of Ninjago battle passes, which is a little, not that I have anything against Ninjago, but if you're asking me, that's a little much of one thing. So I don't think that we would logically get another Ninjago pass. And if this one's ending in April and we're expecting a part 2, that would tell me that part 2 would likely land sometime in the middle of part 1's release and the end of this battle pass, which would, I think, land us in like February-ish, if I had to put my best guess towards it. Which is fairly reasonable. That's like, what, 2.5-ish months after the release, which this content's great, but it's one of the things that I will say, like many of the updates before, it's amazing, but there's not a lot of, I wish there was like, because Chaos Challenges are definitely repeatable, but they get old after you've done the same Chaos Challenge at least a handful of times. We need something more dynamic or challenging or something along with these updates. Like, the major content parts are perfect. I'm not complaining about the progression, the POIs, the quest line. However, on top of these updates, I think what we need more is like fishing quests. There needs to be like a major fishing line quest. I feel like in every one of these villages should, I feel like, feel alive, where there's not just one, like, you're like, it feels very linear with these quest lines, right? They come out, you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. And it's exactly the flow for everybody if they want to get to the end. Or I feel like these bases should be a little bit more dynamic, where, yeah, there's a main progression line, but then there should be some side quests where there's like a fisherman guy over here that you can talk to, and he's like, oh yeah, have you heard? There's a new species around here, you know, something like that. And then you send and you go and collect some more fish, and that progresses the main storyline. Maybe Lloyd tells you, oh no, before you do more of the main storyline, you have to do at least 2 of these 5 side quests that are available on the island. And those side quests could be like, instead of challenges, again, they're like finding fish, or doing something else that maybe isn't combat oriented, that's more exploratory or building oriented, or heck, I think what we need in this game, because the Chaos Challenges are great, there needs to be like, and this is outside of Ninjago, we need, what is the name for it? Like an arena type POI that you'd be able to find out, and it's something you could like build up, and it would be like constantly under attack. What is the game mode called where you just have like zombies, where it's just infinite waves of enemies and you just see how many waves you can get before it overruns you? They should have kind of POIs like that. But in general, we need, I think, more supplemental content to the main content. Otherwise, people burn through the main content so quickly, that's all we end up with, is more just repeating the main content again. I think a little bit more supplemental content on the side would be a lot of fun. Tower defense, yeah, I guess like tower defense. But it wouldn't necessarily be, that would be fun, actually. Areas where you built turrets and stuff, and it was like a combat village or something they could classically, because you wouldn't, that'd be fun, building up a combat village all fancy just to have it destroyed. That would probably be me. But it would be fun to have villages that are separate from your regular villages, that are like actually in danger, and if you want to keep them up, you have to like go there almost on a daily basis, otherwise they decay while you're offline from like, it could just, every time you log off, depending on hours, it could do a percentage damage to your village as a whole. So when you log back in, it's like, oh, you were under attack. So you'll just notice random pieces of your village broke. When you're logged off, it could just do that instantaneously. And then you could build up your stats for defense. So it's like when you are logged out, you get like reduced damage, all that'd actually be good. That would be fun. Good idea. What's the best ninja scroll? It depends. I should be switching them out a little more often, but on simple enemies, it really doesn't matter. But read what it says, because it says, while equipped, gain double jump, breakfall landing, and ninja run. We all know that. And master power, Spinjitzu, tornado of ice. And it's strong against fire. But it says Spinjitzu deals even more damage and uses oh no, that one. Wait, it's one of the upgrades. That's what it is. I always forget. It's in the masteries. So it's these ones that you get. Or these 2, I think. And then I think this one's even a 3rd one or something. But it says when Ice Spinjitzu Scroll is equipped, elemental ice attacks do even more damage. So elemental ice attacks aren't necessarily the abilities like Cryo. because otherwise, why would they give you this one before you unlock any of the ability ones? This, what it does is if you have ice on your weapon, and if you attack a fire enemy, it's doing even more bonus damage because you have your ice spinjitzu equipped with your ice weapon. So it's like a battery for whatever weapon you're using on top of the abilities that it gives you. So if, let's say, you were really struggling to fight what is it? An earth bear, an earth elemental bear, you would want to switch to your fire weapon. Oh, I guess there is no fire spinjitzu right now. Bad example. What is ice weak to? Electricity or lightning? So basically, you would just not only counter it with your weapon element, but also your spinjitzu element, because it's going to power up even more. So there really is no best, but when you're fighting a dragon, ice would become the best, I suppose. Do you think that LEGO is a cool mode to play? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, whatever you enjoy and have fun with is cool, right? All right, now let's go collect our simple unknowable energies that are at the what's it called? Because I'm still gonna, like the title says, I'm gonna spend some time today actually reorganizing, not necessarily reorganizing, more so updating my storage base for the new materials and stuff. I'm not gonna take, because I still think it's worth it keeping all of this here because it has teleportation here. I'm honestly thinking, like, I saw someone do it, and this would be an excellent place for a storage base, but you know me, I saw someone build off the side, which is a fantastic idea. However, I would hate how the idea of having it just branch out in a big old square. But this would be a great main storage base. Because where's the build limits here? Like, I don't... Like, where can you still access, like, village chests and stuff? Like, pretty much everywhere, right? Yeah, it still shows, like, 800... Does this count as the village? Does this count as the village? Yeah, this still counts as the village. Does it still show my full... Yep. So this counts. It'd be a very long and stringy storage base if I built within here. But you could do it. It'd be a fun idea, because being able to teleport here is super, super convenient. Oh yeah, we're going to first here. The reason I'm going here is every day you can collect those 17-hour chests. And they do give unknowable energies, which is something you probably want to stock up on. I'm probably not going to make very many legendary honed items right now. And I kind of recommend the same for you, especially if you're not playing much and you're not stacking, like, because at this point I think I have like 150 gold oils, and that's probably not the case for everybody. So what I would do is craft dual plasma pistols where the top is steel and the bottom is opal. If you're a casual player, those will probably literally last you until the Part 2 update hits. And then you can just save the rest of your oils and honed materials for when the Part 2 hits. Because imagine when Part 2 hits, there may be new stuff to do with it. On top of, like, that's where you're really going to know, well, what do I want to spend it on? Right? Oh. Give me my unknowables. Oh, there was a Lost Master's bell that you can get out of that? What? I didn't know that. The quest for the storyline, is it to collect a bell or defeat a Lost Master? Because that would be a nice, I could make a tip video on it. Like, oh, if you can't find Lost Masters, just check your chests here. You might get a bell anyway. But I can't remember what the actual objective wording for that quest is, whether it's collecting the bell or defeating the master itself. Yeah, definitely. Some people have it bugged where they can teleport to any of the sanctums, I'm pretty sure, and any of the villages that they had placed before the update. It's definitely a bug, but some people are bugged in the best way possible. Might as well collect some more. And again, I don't think, like, right now, the ink is you only need one of each ink to make every Spinjitzu and every rarity, but maybe they'll make it more necessary in the next update. That, and I want plenty to throw up on the walls. They'll make good decorations, those inks. Remember, any item in the game now that can go on the wall mount, so at least if it's in the vertical facing for, if it's like the plate version, because some items display differently since they added that. But any item that's flat on the wall on the display mount, you can use that as its own decoration in your creative build. And these inks, I think, I actually haven't checked. Let me kind of see if I don't have any planks on me. Oh, wait. I should get planks out of that chest if I wait long enough down there. Oh, wait. I can't pull out my glider? Boo! Now I'm lagging. And then these things all say coming soon, so this is probably some sort of quest board. Maybe that'll be exactly what I was talking about. Maybe this will be side quests. I'm almost positive this breaks after a second and then turns into planks. It just takes a second, I swear. Doesn't it? Don't all these chests like lag and then they explode into planks after like a few seconds? Aha! I told you. They came out of the sky. I'm a wizard. Whew. You just have to be one with the glitches. That's all. Oh, that was an ice energy. How many unknowables? I swear I still got like basically none. Is there a POI anywhere close that I can maybe do chaos challenge? I don't see anything. Oh, there's one right there. Because anytime I go here, I could always like end with a chaos challenge nearby for another chance at more oils and more unknowables. And free steel. I don't have visuals on. I think that was a dragon. I always turn my visual sound effects off for when I'm recording, because sometimes you walk around, it's just like so much visual clutter from the amount of enemies around you. Oh no, it's just a bear. Is Spinjitzu on water a bug? I'm pretty sure that's intended, even if you don't use ice. It sounds like something that would be intended. Oops, I didn't even mean to collect that. Was it targets? One there, probably one, I see it. There, there. Wait, no, I didn't see it. It's probably on the outside, though. Oh, a stick! Oh, no, I think it's here. Yep, I remember. Oh! Wait, did I not do the thing? Did I not? I guess not. Oh, it's clearly broken. Clearly it's broken. Okay. Hey! Bye, buddy. Sorry, dude. Good thing I don't. Would that be so sad if I was watching this and actually was like hunting for it like I was a couple days ago? No, there's 3, is there not? Maybe at the bigger POIs there's a 4th, but I've never had a 4th target. Am I crazy? Is there an advantage to Ruby now that I don't know about for pickaxes? Just curious. Oh, because I've had people ask me that before. Ruby, the only thing it does is give you some speed. That's the so Ruby gives extra speed. Emerald gives knockback. Cut Amber gives extra durability. And then Sapphire gives none of those, but an extra rune slot. So generally, I'll go like Gold and Sapphire, because Gold for this also gives you an additional 4th rune slot. But a lot of times, you know, I don't even need a 4th rune slot for a pickaxe, so I might just go with Iron, which gives it even more durability. But now we have Steel, which is technically better. Or like the Honed Legendary Steel. If you use Honed Legendary Steel on any part of any weapon, you can't use it on tools, unfortunately. I don't know why they did that. They made all of the weapons able to be made with the new materials, right? But none of the tools. I'm wondering if that's intentional. Like, why can't I have a Dragon Opal machete? Like, you'd think if anything, you'd say like, oh, well, that'd make the tools overpowered. As if it doesn't make all these other weapons overpowered, right? So, like, I don't know if that's intentional or a bug, or why if it is intentional, why they do it this way. Because, I mean, I guess there's less combinations for me to have to make one day, if we're being honest, but it is odd. But honestly, if you're making weapons, this is what I recommend, especially for the plasma pistols. Steel on the top, Dragon Opal, and Legendary Dragon Opal, so it's legendary. Because this way, if you use legendary honed stuff, it makes it, see how it makes it immediately legendary? It pops out legendary, which is amazing. And if you don't know why, that's because if you use any other material in the game, it starts them at purple, and then you have to throw them into the, the legendary Rift Forge, rift it with rift crystals, then charge it up for like 20 minutes, however long it takes, just smacking enemies with it, before it's charged all the way up and turns into a legendary version. So this is like, one, these materials are better for these items, because from steel, again, look how much durability it's giving. Plus 984. If I use the equivalent gem, plus 333, or whatever it is. So this is triple the durability that even Amber is able to give, and that's Amber's specialty, is extra durability. So honed steel for the top, and then Dragon Opal is great because I believe it adds another 600 durability. And then it adds the Dragon Opal for the grip. It gives you a 3rd rune slot. So you could have 4 if you went Dragon Opal. But then you have less durability. And in my opinion, you really don't always need 4 slots for a weapon. And look how many more Dragon Opals you're spending. Well, I guess they did increase the amount of Dragon Opal you can get now to make into honed. But in my opinion, steel is still always easy. You're probably going to have more steel than you do opal. So generally, it's just easier or better to go with steel plus opal. And then you can add relics, but you can't add the ability type relics. So you can add a basic power, a basic lightning, a basic fire, a basic earth, all those kind of. You can't add cryo, right? But I could add power to this. I could add if I found a legendary cryo relic, we could do that. But this is what I recommend. My main base? Yeah, I'm actually going there right now. I'm going to bring some of these items with me, actually. Oops. What did I even throw? Oh, I don't even know what I threw in here. I think they were the nunchucks, but I don't need them. As long as we got my extra totem, which is equipped. Oh, I put my food away somewhere. That's the other thing I keep doing is accidentally throwing my potions into a chest. Never to be seen again. Okay. Throw those down there, that over there. And then... do the oils look different if they're on the wall? Is that something I can check real quick? Because if not, then I definitely only really need to build one to mark them. I'm lagging. Fun times. Can you even tell the difference between the two? Oh, it's good to know it displays it that way. No, they look exactly the same anyway. That's kind of lame. I think they'd have a glow, you know? Wish they'd kind of add that, maybe. Glows when it's on the ground. Why can't it have that effect while it's on the mount? Right? Are we in agreement that wall-mounted stuff should have its rarity glow sometimes if it doesn't have a physical difference between the two? Because it would be a little bit much if it was... No, I don't know. That'd even be kind of cool if it was anything for, you know... Even if it kind of had the gray glow on it for, like, wooden stuff on the mount. I think that'd be pretty sweet. So I really only need one green one to mark a full chest, because I should only need one chest for oils for now until I maybe get more. And then I really don't need a full chest for bells or dragon scales. But I suppose I probably still am going to, just for fun. Just 'cause I like overdoing stuff like this. We're going to need at least one of these to throw on the wall, because I'm going to update the animal area too with all this stuff. Got everything there. Next, we just need one of each of these. Don't worry, everybody's... I'm like, if I don't put those back and make 80s at the top, someone's going to yell at me. And then I'm guessing the honed stuff won't look different on the wall either. But I'll probably just have like one chest for like honed items. Because they do look different. Because these are basically like cut. This is basically like bamboo planks. This is basically steel bars. This is basically Kozu stone slabs. Like the equivalent. We got everything there. Then we need a bamboo. We need a Kozu. We need a steel. We need a dragon opal. We'll worry about that stuff later. I think we just need one of each of these honed items. So I think I'm just going to make a few in green. Because I'm pretty sure they look the same on the wall. Okay, got all that. Don't have to cover each rarity of that. I'm guessing these end up looking the same on the wall as well, too. Oh, no, they each different kind has a different look to it. Oh, yeah, I need to make green lightning ink real quick for some reason. Or the green lightning spinjitzu. Oh, I have to make another one. I don't have blue lightning ink? How do I not have blue lightning ink? What? Am I going nuts? Oh, it's green. I'm just looking at this part. I guess I haven't done a level 5 in a while. I'll just use blue, or just use blue rarity, because it's going to be the same on the wall, so I'll just take one of these. Since I have one of each. And then... honed bamboo. Where'd the honed kozu stone go? It's still in the machine? Or did I... oh no, it's right there. Didn't I get rid of something, though? Wasn't there something here? Didn't I try to make something and goofed it up? Best enchantments? I go with damage, luck, and durability. But there's other combos that could technically put out more damage depending on the enemy you're fighting, which could arguably be better. We got the 3 inks. I swear I got rid of something I needed, but maybe I didn't. Got all those. Oh yeah, I got rid of the ritual oil. That's what it was. I was like, I knew I had something in that slot there. Because I used it to make the honed items. Probably still forgetting something, but... and then, technically I don't need a book because I have like a whole wall of them, so I can just take as many of those after. And then, yeah, I probably should... I don't know if the other relics look different, but I... I'll do relics later, because I'm also going to have to make a chest for the relics, I would imagine. Actually, the relics will probably go... yeah, I'll make marked relic chests. Because I don't know at what point if I'm going to transfer all of these materials to the storage base. But I do want to make an area for them. At the very least, like Dragon Opal and Honed Steel. But for now, that's why I'm only taking one of each. Just so I could do the... like the marker for the actual storage when maybe one day I do move all this materials to the main spot. But for now, there's really no point because I can teleport here immediately. This is where all the content's going to be at. But I do want to make some sort of update for the storage base and add all this stuff in while I'm ahead of it. Oh, damn it. When did TikTok go off? How long ago? We were cruising so smooth. Watch it. It's not going to get back up to 100 on TikTok now. What am I doing? I am pulling stuff out of my inventory to update my storage base here. So let's just go over with this and see what we got. I'm actually going to portal here. Or tell a bus there, because it always takes a while to load in my my storage base. So I'll just go away from it to start anyway. Should be easier. Like 2 minutes. Okay, yeah. It does. I need to, for some reason, I have the notifications silenced for TikTok when it yells at me and it thinks I'm AFK. Yeah, Mr. Cheezel, did you see me earlier? I got a Lost Master bell out of my Sanctum chest, the 17-hour chest. I didn't know that could happen, so that maybe they ghost added it? Why don't you read all your books? I've actually already unlocked all of the decor. Well, I think there's 30 decor. You have to read like 30 of those books before you unlock all the decor. But I've unlocked all the decor. And then, as you can see, I already have all of my masteries unlocked, and I'm at 10k max essence anyway, with as many. I have all the runes I could need right now. So I'll show you why, though, exactly in a moment. Because I do this whenever I get extra books anyway. We gotta wait for my base to spawn in. It's gonna take a minute. Ever since the Ninjago update, my base has taken a lot longer to spawn in. But once it does, it's less laggy overall. Which is, I'll take that as a win. But here's my current extra book collection. Oh, there's more in here too. Oh, if it wasn't lagging. Hold on, like it said, it's still loading in. But this is why I don't read, because I really don't need the essence. Yeah, you can get some essence off these, but I think they look, the value of them on the wall is higher than the value of 50 essence to me. I just restarted the live MVT. Unfortunately, TikTok is really annoying, and if I'm not paying attention to my TikTok studio, it will say that I'm AFK or think that I'm AFK, even though I'm right here playing and talking. And if I don't pay attention and do like a little CAPTCHA thing real quick, it'll end my live, which just happened like 3 minutes ago. And the other unfortunate part of that is when I restart my lives after that happens, generally I don't get back to what I was at the first time around. I don't know if it's like just internals of TikTok, like algorithm stuff, but it's pretty annoying. Anytime the live goes down like that, it's like it penalizes me for coming back up. Okay, so here we already have a spot for it. Boink. Except I'm gonna switch these two, I think this one matches those ones better, right? And then this one, we go here and we just switch the contents over. Boom, boom, there. Now we've got our new shell. And then we have claws, which all I'm gonna do is the claws are already full there, so we're just gonna go over here and put this claw there, but I have a bear pelt to put, which you're like, oh, well, that goes there. Well, I'll just move the bear pelts out. So there's actually not a lot to move here. And instead, I might do dragons. I don't want to move everything up. I suppose I could just put dragon scales here. How do those get put on? Oh, perfect. Dragon scales can go there, and then what's the other... The Lost Master's bell, yeah, I could put that there too. That's an enemy. I count this as like animal enemy drops, this section of the storage. So I guess that would go in well there. The Lost Master's bell, because it's almost like it's almost closer related to the roller category, if anything. If I wanted to like really dial it in on the category difference there. But now I've got 3 bear pelts, and here's where I just make a new row. Here, I think, at the end, or move these ones over. Didn't mean to do that one. Floors have a... Yeah, these ones. Oh, you know what I need? I just forgot I can do this. Hold on. 1v1 me? In what? I'm not really interested. Which one's the fish? Which one's the flying one? This one? I'm gonna test this out for the first time. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh! We're flying for the first time in expert. Ah! You can only do it in your village. Yay! Now I can see better without having to build every time. This is just while you're in your village, but if you have the flying fish sandwich, you can fly. This is the first time I've actually utilized it. Right there, right? Yeah. And then the spacing is like one space away. Nope. Just like that. Just like that. So I think what we're gonna do is the bear pelts here, and then the other stuff we're gonna move over. See, I have a whole chest for bones, but I don't even really utilize it for like cursed bones, so it's a little bit overboard. But for some things, I actually do need pretty much a full chest, like bones. Also, organizing is fun and addictive. That green jelly thing, that is, what's it called? Stink gland. I was like, was it called I can always think it's venom gland, but it's stink gland. You get these from the Lost Isles and scorpions and other stuff. I think it drops from a lot of different enemies now. All right, so here, only one's gonna go in there for now. Bear pelt. Bear pelt. And bear pelt. And that's all for the animal stuff. We are updated. For here anyway. Got the dragon scales, spot, bells. Because after, what I'll probably do is after this update's said and done, like the second part comes out and we're on to the next thing later next year. You know what I mean? That's probably when I'll make the full transfer of all those massive materials that are sitting at Ninjago Island. Because after this update becomes less relevant, then I'll have less reason to keep it all there, right? So that'll just be a temporary storage. But I'm getting ahead of the ball because now when I do make that conversion, I've got a spot for it all, and it's all figured out. Nice base, thank you. This is my main storage. I have a full tour. Granted, I'm going to pretty much give you the full tour here anyway. But you should go check out the video I have on YouTube anyway. Let's go, because I also want to make a Ninjago area. However, I'm not like because over here I kind of have like an area for the potions and the equipment that's kind of like the Daigo stuff, and then I have a Star Wars area. I kind of want to make a little Ninjago area, although they need to upgrade the size of the village squares, because I am bursting at the seams here. The only place I could build another structure would be right here, and it would have to be long and narrow. Like me. How do you get emeralds? Those are mostly on the Lost Islands, but they can be found. I think you get emerald from the Storm King and the storm spikes that are outside of the storms. All right. Then also this I wouldn't include, even though it's called Dragon Opal. You'd think like it's a Ninjago. I guess it is found on Ninjago Island, but I don't know if I'm going to consider that direct, because I still think it would look simply too good over here, because I guess I can have the honed version here too. Did I not bring honed opal? Oh, I guess I didn't. Maybe that was the one thing I forgot. Oh, I forgot a couple things. See, I knew I was forgetting stuff. I forgot, I guess, regular steel? Did I use it for something or accidentally deposit it? I forgot regular steel. Yeah. I remember pulling all that out, but maybe I didn't grab it all. We're going back. And while we're going back, I'm going to pee. I don't know if I had to choose, like, if you, let's say you don't have any legendaries yet, and you only have enough materials for one, aren't the materials different for charms and all that? Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna check. Top 3 weapons, plasma pistols, maybe the shuriken second. Oh god, come on. I think the crossbow is also really good still. I haven't tested it myself, but all the old weapons made with the new materials are like insane. If I can figure out how to unban on Twitch, maybe. It is a new year after all. So again, I forgot, which I thought I grabbed. I was like almost positive I grabbed a bamboo and all that. Because I could put honed items into their respective categories, but it seems like it's like, how do you categorize stuff at certain points? There's so many ways you could, and none of them are wrong necessarily, right? Like with Kozu stone, I'm clearly going to put that into the stone section. But do I also include any kind of honed Kozu stone? It really doesn't matter, because, I mean, it's all split up, and I'll be able to use it out of the village chest system. But and then I never did bring any honed opal, which has to be at least purple, but that's what we're going to make it for the display purposes. See, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like all the honed items do make sense together, but in the sense of like storage and just like having it be like a factory, almost like an Amazon warehouse at my base, I almost like them split up with what they look like and with the there, because like this is technically a rare metal. This is a rare raw metal. This is an uncommon stone. This is a uncommon stone slab. It's called honed Kozu, but this is really the equivalent of a slab, because I think it's even the same brick build for it. And then I'm not forgetting anything else, am I? Honed. Opal. Oh, and then I used that one opal. I think that's what happened, is I made all the honed stuff, and then I used all the basics. Because like, I think all of this will look really good next to all their respective things in the same order that I already have them in. Because otherwise it breaks the consistency I have going so far. But then it's like, well, where do I put lost energies? you know, I guess I can make one a tiny Ninjago area that's like the very specific Ninjago items, like the energies, the headbands. Um, what else do I have on me that's like kind of miscellaneous like that? But as far as legendary weapons or charms first, I'd say weapon, because a weapon will make every enemy easier, where like a charm isn't going to make you kill anything much faster. But right after you get your first legendary weapon, I would say go legendary health charm just to give you a bunch of padding. Do you ever join random and advise on builds and tips? I've never really done any sort of like consulting. I guess that would be. That could be an interesting kind of bit. Thing is, though, I could give direction, but it's hard to like, you know, how much direction could I give without basically building for someone? Because otherwise I'd be there for like 5 minutes and I could be like, do this, do that, and you might still be lost. I haven't made my own Ninjago base yet and upgraded it, but that's actually maybe something I can do today as a side mission. After I'm kind of done doing what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, I can make an ink, oil, headband, and energy section. Because these are the only other misc items other than the animal parts that I did and then the gems that I'm going to do. These are the... So, hold on, let me just separate stuff here better. So yeah, I can have this in like a Ninjago section, these items, and it would be relatively small because it's only a handful of items. And then these I just work into my normal system like I did the other things, because then these are really the only things that I could like consider. These are on their own level of categorization. Like, yeah, I could throw them in, like, here, where's my base? Are we still loading in? Oh, here we go. I'm working on a base in Sandbox. The problem is I would be building a ninja base on my expert world that I'm in right now. Problem is I have any spot that's like, I shouldn't say any spot. There is a ton of great building spots. The one I had my heart set on has a chaos challenge that spawns there, and it does not go away. Even if you build a village there, even if you destroy all the builds of the chaos challenge, it still respawns every 10 minutes, and it kind of ruined my build idea for this expert world. But I should probably just suck it up and move on to a build somewhere else, and I don't have to make it mega big. I can make it. I got to remember, not all my villages need to be mega giant and spread out. I can make some that are more reserved, like look at my castle, or what is it, the Shogun Castle village. That one is not massive by any means. It's very dense, sure, but it is not big or spread out, and it's still fantastic. So sometimes I got to remind myself that I could still have a nice place. I think I just throw these right at the end, so I don't have to move anything. I'll just throw cozy. Oh, I guess it's green, so technically it would fit in if I'm going... Oh, no, it's all green. Duh. I forgot. I'm not even thinking. I guess... Yeah, I'll just put it right at the end. And then what color? Oh, it's a stone. I don't want it to be that color, because then it's going to match the sandstone next to it. But that's kind of the best color. This one matches Kozu stone the best. I guess I could always just do this. It's not a big deal. And yes, is it probably going to be ridiculous to have 3 chests just for honed Kozu stone? 1000%. Even 1 is probably too... God. The reason I'm not jumping is because I'm trying to jump, but in the first 0.5 seconds after doing that, it doesn't let you jump. Kozu stone. You know, I have nothing to put in there right now. Maybe I do want it to be a different color. I always make sandstone a different color. What would be a good sandstone color other than the amber, though? I am updating the storage base with the new materials. Granted, I'm not even bringing over the mass. Like, I'm not even going to bring over the materials that I have over the other base. I just brought over one of each so I can make their future spots. But let's just do red because I haven't used red in a while in this lane. I like to distinguish them in colors just so, like, it's more visually differentiating when you're looking down the line of all these items. So I'll have these two as red, so they're kind of like paired together. It'll make more sense when you see it here in a sec. Should we go with honed? So see how every pair is a different color? It just is easy. So when you're looking here, you kind of know if these are all the same color, they'd kind of blend. Even though you have markers, they would still start to blend a little bit. So I usually alternate colors when it changes to a different type of material. So we got our Kozu stone and cut, or honed Kozu stone, but it is like cut. And I think we're going to move the metal, glass, and these over. Reason being is I want steel to go after gold. I guess I could just throw it right on the end, but I could move it over. Oh, did my sandwich wear off? I guess it did. I guess I could just throw it right at the end. It's not a big deal, right? No, I like, because here I go copper, steel, gold, or copper, iron, gold, and then I feel like steel should go, because these are kind of the miscellaneous ones. And yes, I know technically bright core is a rock. It could technically go over on this side. However, I classify it in the metals because what really is bright core? Apparently it's a rock, but it makes the metals and the glass. Or at least it used to. I don't think you do use it now. Now you just need wood for metals. Back in the day. It makes sense in my mind, and I'm never going to change it. Yeah, organizing. Yeah, is organizing in general just not the most satisfying thing? I think I move everything over. I need another sandwich though, otherwise I'm gonna go crazy now. Now I can't live without the sandwiches. How long does this buff last anyway? I didn't even check last time. Oh, 15 minutes? Yeah, that's solid. That 15 minutes just went by really quickly. All right, so let's grab that, and I think that's where we throw the steel. See, I don't want it right next to iron because it's like basically the same color. And on like the even though it's the same rarity technically, obviously this one's much more powerful. So usually I like to progress because these used to, if you're an OG LEGO Fortnite player, these used to be all metal. Now is the same rarity. All stone is green and all wood is gray. Metal is blue. Gems are purple. It used to be way different. Copper used to be like green. Steel or iron used to be blue, and then or purple. No, iron was purple, and then what else was there? It used to be every type. It used to be on a different like scale of rarities. So that's why I have these, because marble used to be green, or it still is green, but stone or granite used to be gray. And then the obsidian used to be blue. Malachite used to be purple. I think sandstone was always green. But that's why I have them ordered this way, is because it went gray, green, blue, purple, right? So that's why I kind of integrate both of those in. So now it's still organized. They're all the same rarity, but from front to back, I usually go by like the most common or the earliest in the progression line of the game to the furthest in the like progression in the game. So here we replace that with the honed steel. See, it looks very similar. That's why I want the gold in between it. And then let's take our bright core, and that becomes the metal. Oops. Oops. Okay, so those two are going to be blue. This, I might have to change metal plates from blue to something else, which is fine. So then this, because that's metal plates, this next one over is going to end up being... What did I have? Glass first? And then bright core? Yeah, glass, then bright core. So green for glass. I always did that. So this one will be green. It's that one, right? Is that the same one? I think I used this one. Yep. So now this is going to be glass, right? Green for glass, which means all of my actual glass needs to now come over here. Okay, that's the new glass. And then lastly is bright core, which we're going to do red, because that just makes sense, because it's kind of a fiery kind of item. And bright core, new spot. And then stop it. Take all my bright core, move it over here. Boom. Now we just got to change those to blue. And then the metal, I think I did want it to be amber? I guess, yeah, metal plates. I think a metal plates is like rusty. They don't look that way in the game, but like, I don't know, that's the association I'll make. Not that I need an association, but I do like to, like I said, just change up the colors mostly for distinguishing factors. There we go. Now I just, oh my god. I wish they got to put a timer on that, or if you're facing away from it, I don't think they got to put like a limit. So if I'm facing away from the object, it doesn't do that. It doesn't grapple. That is the most annoying thing on the planet with this new movement. Okay, so we got that installed. New metal. You see why I left myself room, chat? You see why I leave myself room in these builds? I knew I'd be expanding eventually. All right, now here we're going to have to do some moving around too. Oh, these ones work perfect because they're actually made out of that gem. But here, I'm going to probably want these ones here to continue with that whole deal, because that's where we got our uncut and cut. And then it's still technically, I haven't even updated it. Where is it? Do I have any corrupted? Yeah. I've been holding out on rift crystals because I would just keep them in here. But I'm probably going to start just putting them in the chest because this stuff is all kind of like irrelevant now. So I should probably work in a chest for all of these just for fun. But I'm almost gonna have to I think I'm gonna make a new category somewhere, or at least I'm gonna have to, because these are gems, and then always I've lumped this kind. These aren't technically gems, but they're like crystally shinies. And then I guess the reason I included The reason I included storm cores here instead of over by like the blaster items, because it is like the same model, is because we have lesser storm core and greater storm core, and I figured those needed to go next to each other. But I think I'm at about a point where I could make a whole category for like either I make a Storm King, because I am making a tiny Ninjago area potentially. I could no, because this isn't necessarily like that's not Storm King specific. That's not. So I guess I could just make like a extend this. I guess I keep it in here because otherwise I would probably add. Would Shatterhorn Fragment go in this category, you think? Or would it go in the animal category if I had to throw it anywhere? Do you think Shatterhorn Fragment would go better here? And same with, because the crystals, that's like an obvious choice. And hold on, let me also get myself at least one of these going real quick. Animal, yeah, I'm thinking animals because it's from a that's kind of my rule for this section. It's something that comes from an enemy, and these like if a shell comes from a roller, well, the Shatterhorn Fragment literally comes from his horn, so it's a part of him. So I think, according to my own rules of categorization, I think it would fit best over here, right? Because it doesn't almost matter where it goes. You'd think I like put the brute scales there, but I could just throw it at the end here. You know what I mean? That's where Shatterhorn can go. And then these, because I kind of count this as a jewel. This is like a pearl. I almost see it as the Eye of the Storm. So obviously I think we do Rift Crystals and Eyes of the Storm on this section as well. So that means we're going to be adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to this category. That's going to practically fill this category up. That's the other reason I'm thinking about like Actually, you know what I could do? I don't need the map wall. That was always, honestly, this was always just extra. I put this stuff on here because I didn't have any use for it at the time. I could always move the library. The library is a pointless flex there, but I could always just move. So I put corrupted and cut corrupted here, right? And then we just get rid of that last row. So then the gems are there. And then directly across from it, that's where we start with this. Then the rift and the eyes go. Actually, I need 4 things to go here. So that way it breaks it up better. Because then I could almost do energies there too. You think, no, because I still want to like a little Ninjago area, which I use this. Because like, this isn't like a gem. It's literally energy. And then this is oil, which I don't know what category I would throw that into. So I think I'm still going to stick with this stuff in its own Ninjago section. But then I think, yeah, because that would be 5 things then. Because then I can count these as gems that are cut and uncut. And then this category would be like more like treasures, so to speak. Like they're still shiny, but they're not like from a mineral shiny. Right? I don't know. Where does the codex place them? Wait, which ones? They're animal drops, but like they're not like specific to that animal. Right? Whereas like a shell, that's a piece of the roller. A storm core is a part of it, comes from the storm essence of them. And then same with greater storm core. It drops from like what? Every storm enemy. So it's not like coming from their body, I don't think. So that's why I'm kind of categorizing these differently as not animal pieces or like enemy pieces. Because then technically, like, headbands could be considered, that comes from them, but it's not like from their body. It's like, I guess I've always called this animal parts, is what I've literally physically always called it. Because the Lost Master's bell is, I don't know if that's natural to their physiology, but pretty much all of this stuff is part of the physiology of the thing it comes from. Whereas, like, these aren't, I wouldn't consider these as part of the physiology that they come from. Does that make sense? Oh, the energy. Where does the codex place the energy? That's a good question. It's not there. It's probably, I would imagine it's just resource. Or, where is it? What am I looking for? Probably just resources. No? Right? It's not in there. No, it is. Just in MISC. And there's a lot of stuff in MISC that it can see, like, and it even categorizes the greater storm core in MISC. But then again, hostile creature items. It comes from a creature, but unlike every other thing on, and then silk is another exception that I don't keep in the creature part because I believe silk, even though it does come from an animal, it fits too well into the fabric category for the progression of silk, silk thread, silk fabric, and then into wool. Same with wool. You can consider wool an animal one as well. But for categorical purposes, is categorical a word? Sorry, I might be making stuff up. For the purposes here, I felt they fit better into these categories. So I guess there's some exceptions, right? And then here's the thing. For everybody out there, there's no wrong answer. You can categorize these however you want your base. As long as it makes sense to you, that's what matters. So I think I bust this down. I have to, like, build a little chest for this stuff. Oh, that's from the things I broke. Oh, we never did bamboo yet. Let's go do that real quick. How are you flying? In expert or survival, if you eat... Oh, I only took one. I can't do it. Once you leave your village, you lose it. It is the flying fish sandwich. It gives you 15 minutes of flying only within your village limits. So it's kind of nice because if you're an expert like I am, you can use it to build, which is very nice. Or you can get sky shots of your village. That's actually what I'm happy about. Anywhere I want to get a good screenshot, I can just throw down a village post. It just wore off, literally. Eat a flying fish sandwich, and then I can get much better screen. Because that's all I would ever use flying mode for in expert mode, is to take screenshots and stuff, or to help myself build. Okay, let's do the wood. We're throwing it at the end here. What color? It's going to be amber colored, probably, right? I guess. What color chest do we make it? I guess green. We already used green there, but there's enough spacing to go green. Oh, I forgot. It just wore off. Yeah, I live in expert as well. This is the way. Oh, dang it. I cannot. My depth perception, terrible. See, this is why you eat the fish sandwich. This is why you just eat the fish sandwich, right? I need to make more of these. I think they're like they're like so easy to make. Hold on. Let me get inside the village limit here. Inside the village limit. Make them here still, right? Flying fish sandwich. It is literally any flopper and cheese, so. Oh, no! No! Why would you do that, game? That was my only one of those. I mean, I could obviously get more. And it's not like I have it on display. Why would you do that? Why did it use my... Why? Oh, dude. Well, I guess I gotta eat it. You know, can't waste him. You know, this is a delicate. This is a delicacy in some cultures. Why would it auto pick the rarest one? I clicked this, chat. Oh no! Never use that if you use the rare part of the. Oh no! We were supposed to use these. That was it. It was the most exotic, delicious fish flying sandwich I had ever tasted, and it was extra crispy with extra tartar sauce. No, I'm just fancy. I'm just bougie and fancy like that, chat. I don't just make any flying fish sandwich. I make a vendetta flying fish sandwich. I'm bougie like that. I got the studs, chat. I got the studs. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I got it like that. Are those even lined up? I can't see. I do have an older tutorial on this, but if you want some of your display items to actually face forward like this, you have to build them essentially on a roof surface. So here I have my own, and not just a roof, because you can't just put these on the roof. You have to do a sideways build technique. You see what I've done here with these fences? There's a sideways build technique going through with these fences. So it connects here, and then it goes sideways all the way out. So that way, when I build onto this, it automatically faces down, because that's just a fence. And if I were to normally build on this fence, it would be like this. But we've built the fence sideways, so that way the thing goes sideways. How do I get cheese? You find it all over the place. And luckily, I don't know which update it was. Is it at the mixer? I think it's the mixer. You build the no, that's not it. The mixer, and then cheese. It costs 3 milk. So here we're gonna put bamboo. That's kind of big. It works. It's a little bigger than I thought it would be on there. It works. Ideally, I'd want it like maybe a little bit higher or something, but honestly, I'm not gonna gripe about it. It is what it is. I had to pee, came back with a vengeance. Give me a moment. Let me stand somewhere pretty. All right, everybody, watch the sunset. It's a beautiful sunset tonight. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Everybody stretch your legs and come follow me on Twitch. Oh, the sun didn't even set. I honestly like that you can get, because they made it more important now, obviously, because I think that at the same time they made it craftable. I think that's when they added it into a lot of the different recipes, or at least like the fish sandwich at the very least. So otherwise it would have been like very tough to get it. But I do like rare items, but not for like, and here's the thing, cheese used to be purple rarity as well. That's the other thing. So it did have some like meaning behind it. I know Kaz was so sad when they nerfed his poor cheese. It used to be purple, chat. It used to be great. Make cheese great again. What am I building? Right now, I'm actually making some edits onto an existing... this is my mega storage base on my expert world. And I'm updating it for the new Ninjago materials. And then actually I'm making updates. Hold on. Winnie's barking at something. Trying to get her to stop it. But I have a lot of the Storm King materials that I never gave like a designated home, like the Eyes of the Storm, the Shatterhorn, and the Rift Crystals. So I'm going to add those. So this is going to be kind of annoying. I don't know if breaking it would be... Actually, breaking it would be faster. Breaking it would be much faster. I should... As long as I don't lose the maps. Oh, they do auto-collect anyway. That's nice. There we are, and I can leave the library there, too. And you know what I keep forgetting to do? So I don't need these here, and if I really wanted to keep the animals happy, I could put them, like, right in front of their barns, where they're, like, a visual clutter that I keep forgetting to move. Okay, if I really want to keep them happy, we'll give them some rugs over here. Granted, I already have someone taking care of them, but there was one time where I accidentally I didn't even attack one of my own animals. I killed a chicken nearby or two for like a video that I was recording to like demonstrate something, and it made my animals super sad still. So ever since then, I'm like, and then it made him super. So I was like, I better build some rugs. I gotta make him. One of them was like about to leave because he got so sad. So I'll just give him a rug each in front of there. I don't even think that's necessary, but one time I had to cheer him up quick to make sure they didn't leave. Don't worry, I'll make a cooler spot for the maps. I was expecting to expand all of this eventually. But I'm gonna make like a different map area. What do you mean by linked accounts? How to organize better? I have a full tour of this base on YouTube if you want to check it out. It's not a tutorial, but it's definitely some good guidelines. So I just kind of have to remember where exactly I put, because I had the placement so particular here. It's like right below that notch. I'll just have to eyeball it and then check. Because yeah, I'm not demoing this whole thing by any means. Probably didn't need these pieces here anyway. It's just taking up extra complexity. All right. Why can't I see that same notch? Did I use different pieces? swear, it's like right below there. Oh, that's not the... Oops. I need a button, not a... Wrong piece. Brain fart. That's what we're looking for. Okay. This one. Oh, wait. How did I get... Wait. Oh, no. I need it to go the other way. My brain always breaks when I'm doing these. So we need a... Wait. Right? How do I get that? How did I get that to go that way? I know I had to probably place a piece first. Doing these sideways techniques always breaks my brain, even when I revisit them a while later. I have to get a wall going... I think I just have to get any... Here, watch this. Let's do this. I can't remember how I did this originally, but there's the tech to it. I just haven't done it in so long. And with vertical nudging, it should be a lot easier. So we need that like this. So we're just going to look there, and then we should be able to move it into place. It's just going to be hard to tell where it needs to go, because I need to make it like exactly where the other one is, and it's really, really hard to see where I'm at here. Because I think I'm like right below here, but I don't know how far forward to go. Like, I can eyeball it. I know it's pretty close, but it's so hard to tell. Because it's been so long since I did this. Oh, wait, didn't I... I made a method. Oh, that's when I had everything. I guess I can just... There was something I did that was like... It got it to like the same height. I could just build over. Let's see if this works. Like, it's so hard to tell. Like, I think that's too low, because now the frame is lining up with the bottom. That's a good reference. Where's the frame lining up with? So we want the frame to line up. Higher. So it needs to be like one space higher than that. And then if it's in, it shouldn't matter because I can always move that inwards a space. I just need to go a space higher. Let's see if I can get a better angle to look at it too. That'll help. Like, I think it needs to go there, because then the frame will line up. It was just above this. Does it match? Yeah, it's like meeting it halfway. I think they're on like some... I might have aimed at a different spot that made it... How did I do that? Because it's off by like a half a stud. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't move it by that increment. So I'm thinking if I... Because doesn't the button move by like half stud increments? No. Sometimes I think it's the button placement that'll change just ever so slightly, like the vertical grid. Because that's too low. That's too high. And I don't think I used any, like... I thought you used a beam. I probably... Whoa, why did I do that? Oh, it wore off. I don't remember what I did. It was so long ago now. Wait, did I put all those sandwiches away? Didn't I make the... Oh, they're in my hand. Duh. I just don't know why I'm getting inconsistent height. Maybe let's try building off this. You know what I'm saying? Oh. This piece doesn't want to count. Maybe it's what I'm referencing. Sometimes different pieces will, like, have different grid points that it sticks to. That's the only other thing I can think of. Yeah, that's what it was. See, now that's lined up perfectly. This one's it's like halfway overlapping with that line. Just like this one is. See how it's like... And what we want to do is move it as far forward as we can. So like that would do, see? See, it's because I referenced this wall instead of this wall. That was literally the difference. So you really got to watch when you're doing these like sideways and off-angle techniques, your reference point means a lot sometimes. It's hard to tell when. But I built off this wall, and then it was a half stud off on the... Because this piece is clearly... I don't know if it's like this roof piece, corner piece, is designed differently on the vertical grid than this is. It's very interesting. It's very interesting, because I think we're good to go and build that all the way across. I like it to connect on both sides just in case it were to break over here, then the whole thing would fall off. So yeah, as long as that's landing in the same spot, it really doesn't matter if this was more forward or not. You really won't even see it. Because I think I have, in this build, I think I have them more forward. You see how there's only a little bit of a gap in the front there, whereas I think over here it's going to have slightly bigger or similar, but yeah, this piece doesn't matter. It's really where these aligned and the height of them. So I think I'm going to start with these. So let's go. Let's make those red. What color should I make the chests for those two? Because I want to keep them the same, but I don't know if amber is the best. Because I think I was going to use blue or something. But that'll be for... No, that's for rift crystals. Oh, TikTok's yelling at me. I see it. Hold on. We're good. I guess I just keep it amber. It's not a big deal. And then those we just line up. There. There. And we use the dark brown floors. And we put them... Yep. So here, there's a little trick I'll show you. You can connect stuff. Oh, did that. So normally you wouldn't be able to see how this is floating, but that corner, it's like touching corner to corner there, right where my crosshair is actually. You couldn't normally place that here, but let's watch this. So what you do first is let's get this one placed, and then we're gonna build one out. So now this one has, so normally it wouldn't connect with just the corner if you tried to build that first. But if we build this one first and then connect it here, watch this. Now we can get rid of that original one that allowed us to place this one. And if you placed afterwards, the corner to corner connection does indeed count. And now that's all it's held on by is that one corner right there. Because I don't want to use two pieces. That's just a waste of materials in a base like this. Why build back when that's just what? Doubling the amount of shelf pieces I'm using for every single shelving unit? It's just a waste of materials towards your build limit. I play on PC. Oops. We don't even need it to be that long necessarily right now. Like, there's definitely certain items I absolutely do not need 3 chests for, but there are other items that I do, and just to keep consistency, I give 3 chests per, just kind of for fun. I need my illuminator back. I guess I could just skip the daytime, too. My unicorn bed. No, this is sandbox. Or, I'm sorry, it's expert. You can fly with flying fish sandwiches, even in expert mode. So that's how I'm flying. This is my expert storage base. I guess they added this, like, I think a couple weeks to a couple months ago when they changed all the food. But flying fish sandwiches, which I don't know what these ones used to be called. I think they were just called fish sandwiches or spicy fish sandwiches or something. But now there's flying fish sandwiches, and they allow you, as you can see, eat to temporarily gain the ability to fly within village bounds. So the second I fly out of my village, no more flying. Yo, Pikmin, what's going on? We're reorganizing the base. Reorganizing the base. Boom, ba boom. Let's get all that stuff. Move it. Yoink. Oh, hold on. I need another chest for these damn maps. Temporarily. There we go. Otherwise, I can't move anything right now. Alright, I think we only had one chest of that. One chest. They keep updating the chest sizes, too, so my vastness of storage becomes more and more pointless, or my triple chest system becomes more and more pointless every time they buff the chest capacities. But hey, there's still some items I'm getting to like 1.5 chests on, so it's still somewhat actually useful. All right, what color were we gonna make the dragon opals? Probably make them red for dragon. They're called dragon opals. Oh, I forgot I had even more in there. Holy. Did I originally have 3 chests full of... Oh my god. How many of these do I have? I forgot I had backup storage over there. Holy moly. Maybe I do. Oh, I've got over 2 chests full of it. My god. See, there's definite, like, gems. I'm probably never going to get past 1 chest, let's be real, unless I really go nuts and just have, like, a week of farming. But most of the stone, I've got more than 2 chests full. A lot of the wood, I've got, I think, a lot of it, I've got it, like, at least 2 chests full. But there are certain items that it's, like, absolute overkill on. But 3 is a nice round magic number that seems to work. Oh, I gotta do the corrupted too. Which one do I do first? I guess I do it in order. Well, which color should I make these ones then? Because I'm not going to use blue. I guess I could use amber. I forgot I was going to make these different. I'll save red for the dragon opal, but I forgot I needed to put corrupted and cut corrupted up here. Let's make, I guess I didn't need to change them. I guess I was keeping them the same color, chat. That's what we do as builders. Lots of pointless building and then rebuilding. Okay, so I forgot I had these. Corrupted, cut corrupted. They really match each other, but we know it's what. I guess I could have made spacing between the two to differentiate them more, but hey. How's bro flying? Flying fish sandwiches, but you can only fly in your village limits. So as soon as I leave, I can't fly anymore. But flying fish sandwiches, they give you a 15-minute flying buff while you're in your village. It's pretty nice. Do I switch them or do I keep them? I don't know. I think I keep them out. That's good. That'll work. I'm worrying too much about the color of the chests. That's what it is. So from here, now on this side, we still have the rift shards. The rift crystals, Eyes of the Storm, and the Shatterhorn we decided we're going to put in the animal area. So let's go blue next. Release me. And then there we'll do... I think we'll go rift shards here. And then to break up the colors... we'll go Eyes of the Storm next. Dude, I almost wish I could turn that off sometimes. Can you? Eyes of the Storm. And then the last one, we'll do the rift crystals, which will make blue again. And yeah, am I going to need 3 chests for rift crystals? Hell no. Probably never. But I got to keep the base consistent. I gotta. I don't have to. I want to. All right. We got a new little area started here. Which for now... let's just do this. Where's the palatial pillar? Where's my number 1? Did they move it? Oh, there it is. I guess obviously I could leave it open, but what if we did this instead? Made it even cleaner. Oh, that means I'm gonna have to move it if I want it this tight. Because I could leave that open for now. You know, let's just use the smallest increment that's next and just do that. I should have some pretty short ones. It's a 6, dark brown. I think that's the only one we have of that color. I don't think there's any one that's shorter in the same now. It's just that one. That'll do. There we go. All right, now the Shatterhorn fragment. You get a glorious spot over here. And now the animal parts, I ended up just making 1 chest. Because these ones I pretty much knew I'd have all, and they're their own category. It worked better this way. What color chest for the fragments? Red. I like it. So let's build out. Oh, wait, I made all these green. I'm not changing these. These are just all the same color. I done forgot. Let's keep it consistent. Boom. And then let's keep it at the same height if I can. There we go. Just to match it. Want 1 space in between. Perfect. That and an 8 instead. And then we'll just add the other open spots for other stuff later. Doop, doop, doop. Perfect. And now I'll throw them on the bottom. Oh, let's maybe it goes on the top. It's a little tall there. Oh, I forgot to put that little... Oh, that's right. This is different from the other ones. Do I just put the thing lower? But then it's going to be the only one that's lower than the rest. Do I just live with it, chat? It's 2 a.m. for you right now? Oh, man. You've been stuck on the chest glitch like at Ninjago Island? That's rough. No, this is my expert world. I'm just using flying fish sandwiches right now. It allows you to fly in your village, so as soon as I leave the village limit, you see, I lose the flight. All right, I think we got it all, right? Fragment. New stuff. The only stuff I didn't do anything for is the Ninjago stuff. Which I'm almost thinking I just build from this side going out. I think I should just do this. How many items is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I can just do one chest each on these and just label them appropriately. Because one chest for each of these is a bit much, but I think one chest for like all of the energy, one chest for all the headbands, a chest for the ink, and a chest for the oils would make sense. But then which one do I use to represent? Well, these look different slightly. I guess I could do like an area. Yeah, let's make how many different? So there's 1 category, 2 4 different categories. That means really all I got to do is build like, well, I could do it right here. Yeah. Check this out. So we'll make it Ninjago style too. Yeah, we can cook with this. I should probably build it like angled too, kind of like the other outposts I have, just to give it a little more pizzazz. And I can build it further away. What else do I have? I'm thinking just plain walls will be better. Let's see how this fits. And then I also gotta, not have to, but I guess we could do that on top or something like that. That's not going to be centered. I have to build something there, but it doesn't have to be a certain size. I just have to figure out a system here. let's see. Because this wall, let's go grab our items first. Okay. So here, I want to represent all of the inks, but let's... I think we do that right in the middle. And then... How do the inks get displayed? Sideways? Yeah, like that. So what I think we do, because they should all look different on the wall slightly between all the inks. So I think we literally just go something like either all three next to each other, but I'm kind of thinking it'd almost be better if they were like lightly staggered like this. Like something like that. Because then I could have one of each ink there, and then we can put some sort of wall display above that, maybe. What I'm also thinking about doing is, let's go back to the Ninjago stuff. Let's use my little tech, because it'll make it look even more Ninjago-y if I use... Oh, I don't have any bamboo on me. Oh, they'd have to go in a little bit, but if I got... That would look pretty sick, actually. I don't have any bamboo on me, but if I, had like that there up on all the corners, that just means this wall mount just couldn't touch that inner wall, or the outer corners, rather. So as long as this was here, and this was there, we could have all the inks chilling there, and then do really fancy corners. Because, like, there'll be there, and this, we're only doing one chest for each type. Oh, hold on. I gotta actually watch it there, too. When you're not, if you're on the OG 90-degree grid, you don't have to worry about this, but if you go 45, you'll notice it's not quite lining up. You see, it's a little more to the right than it should be. To fix this, because I'm building on the ground right now, once you're building on all the structure, it'll be different, but you need to look at the structure with your crosshair, then nudge it out, and then in some cases down if you can't look far enough down without it looking at the ground, because now we have it centered with this build. There's, like, again, watch here, if I try to place this one, see how it's off to the right? Just a little bit. You can, like, barely tell, but it's off. So we're going to look at that. You can even see it move around a little bit. When you go from spot to spot, it, like, barely moves it off the grid. Because now, for the energies, do I put all 5? Would that fit? Two, three, 4, and then a 5th one there. Be a little too high. Because if I wanted to represent every energy, that'd also be a little bit cluttered. Oh, yeah, and you can't have them that close either. So, how would I represent the energies? I want to find a way that fits. I want a 4-sided thing for 4 categories, because I'm going to do oils on one side. And unfortunately, the oils, they don't look any different on the wall between the rarities of them. So it doesn't matter if you put a green ritual oil, gold ritual oil. I'm almost positive I was looking at them, and there is no physical difference of what they look like on the wall. So like that would just have 1. This would have 3. And then this would be the bandanas, which would be 4. See, it lets me put those 2 side by side, but I feel like maybe it's just a type of item? Because the bandanas, you'd think it'd fit snugly. See, this one says display. Why is it letting me do these 2 side by side? Weird. Usually it doesn't let you put them that close, but those 2 seems to like me. Why would it be sideways, Lego? Why would you put it that way? That looks stupid. It's already a non-connecting piece. Just put it down flat. That looks stupid. I almost need to do... I don't want to do sideways builds on it. I want to keep this little building area consistent with itself. But these don't even line up next to each other. I think I know what I gotta do. Corner. Wait, that wasn't my corner, was it? I guess I was just gonna do this anyway. Now, I think maybe I can make it work. Oh, forgot, gotta line it up. Nah, I'm not. I like having, because like the rest of my base, the way everything is organized is like very meticulous and individual types. I like to have a separate thing for each type of this one. I actually should repair this after I get finished doing what I'm doing here. But the way I have everything else organized, it's consistent with that. I like to have like everything displayed for it and then one type of item per chest. Where this is gonna be all energies. How did I end up with even less room? Am I crazy? I guess that's if I go inward there. I've got more room. Okay. But then I still might have to make the build taller even. Because here I still need room for 5. Which I can't get them to go that close. And if I want my other part of the build technique to work, I need to have free space going this way. So I could make it even wider. I think I go out 2 more spaces each direction. And then I could really... make it happen. Because right now, this will interfere. Because I'm going to do a build technique here that'll make this thing look a lot nicer. But that'll interfere as I go up to do that technique. So let's redo this one nice time. You got to experiment. This game is a lot of building and unbuilding. So you can figure out what you don't want, so you can figure out what you do want. Now, do I want right here to use a different build piece, or am I just going to repeat the same one? I'm probably going to repeat the same one. Yeah, because we're not even going to see this piece anyway, so we're just going to go a second one of these into this guy. But actually, that means I need to move first this guy, like, out one more space. So that way it's more centered. Boom. 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 2. 1. See, this gives me a little more color, too, with the tans in there. Bam. Alrighty. Now, it'll give a lot of space, but I like having a lot of space for stuff like this. It's a special area of chests for the Ninjago stuff. There we are. So now, because that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that has 4. So the most things I have to deal with is 5. Now the oils might be kind of silly. So like here, now we can like really spread these ones out. Like these ones can go like there. This will be our energy. Right in the middle, we'll do unknowable. And then we'll do like fire. Oh, we're lagging. We're working it out, chat. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. I feel like my webcam is really high. I think I moved it up when I was doing a recording the other day. It's because I'm so tall. Let's do lightning. Actually, let's do these ones opposite because they're kind of like similar colors. Or fire. What's this one? Earth. Oh, I thought that one was fire. Rip. Ooh. Oh, one of those is off. Ooh. I almost want to put that one on the inside. That one's like the fanciest one. Maybe I'll switch it around later. So this one shall be inks. I guess again, it really doesn't matter. I'm guessing there'll be a fourth one to add at some point, so I should probably set it up a little differently, but excuse me. Yeah, I think I might. I don't know. I like the energies to be seen from like the rest of the build because it's like like I said, it's like kind of the coolest one. And then we still have bandanas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna move these over there. I'm gonna break that. Ooh. Or I wonder if this would look better. Like that? Or did it, I think it looked better before with this kind of more spread out, to be honest. Yeah, I like that better. More, it's like contrasty better that way. All right, so for the... do this one bandanas, and we need 4. I don't think we can do these right next to each other, right? I just hate the way these display, dude. It's terrible. Like, I suppose I can do... no, I guess... I don't think I can fit 4... no, I can't even fit 4 going across because they need to be spaced out. I just hate the way these look on the displays in general. They look terrible. I guess I'll just have to live with it, but those look absolutely terrible, aren't they? The other way. Because this will be all the bandanas, this will be all the energies in one chest, and this will be all the inks in one chest. And then this... is for the ritual oils. Now... and I could also spread it out a little bit more, because I'm probably going to make this a story and a half tall anyway. To make it match the height of the other builds. So let's see what we got here for half walls. Probably just run that. Oh, I keep flying out of the village. Do I like that piece? I can go with a different piece, though. There's more, right? Yep, that's the one. Except, I want it... it does not match what it looks like in the picture, by the way. Yeah, I want it facing that way. There we go. You know what else I could probably do here? Oh, this is gonna be too tall if I stack them like that. What do you think about that? Better? I gotta go back to the base and get bamboo, too. Because I can put, like, a light back there, and then it'll illuminate really nicely from the top. I think that's in the middle. Yeah, like that. Back to Ninjago. Oh. Is there going to be another Ninjago update? Yes. When? We don't exactly know. I'm all out of drinks. I'll wait until the mountain actually spawns in more. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up back down here. There we go. Once the mountain spawns, then I'll know I'll land on flat ground. I'm just going to bring over, like, a stack of each of these to the new base at least. I won't bring it all over, but at least a stack of it. Those I'll leave. Not really too worried about bringing any of that over, but this stuff I might need for whatever reason or another if I'm building. Is there anything else I needed for building materials for that stuff? I don't think so. Did any of the statues cost anything like that? Like, I really don't remember any of the costs. I should have the rest of it. Were any of them unique materials? It looks like it's all stuff I should have at the base. There's just a few things look like they cost bamboo, like that, and other stuff. All right, we should be good. That's all I needed. Oh, hold on. Let me cancel that. That's all I needed for these, right? There were 3 bamboo, granite, and wood. Okay. Doing it up. I also updated some of the other things. I got the dragon opal and cut the honed dragon opal. It's basically just cut. It's like the cut version of other gems. I got those worked into the old storage system. All the new Ninjago animal parts worked into my storage system, and then this area is like because there's other Ninjago items like the elemental animal parts, but I just categorize those into the other part of the storage, whereas like the inks, bandanas, energies, and oils, those are like extremely heavy Ninjago specific, where like the other ones, they're just modified animal parts, so I didn't include, so I have like a separate storage that I'm making for the very specific Ninjago items, we'll call them. Yeah, this is just strictly my world. But this is an expert world. The only reason I'm able to fly is from the flying fish sandwiches. And you can only fly in your village with those even. If you're just joining us, though, on TikTok, like up the live. I unfortunately had a hiccup where I let my live get ended because it thought I was inactive. We lost all of our momentum there. So we gotta get it back. While this loads in, let me go get a drink of water because I'm all out of Red Bull. the best update was definitely Ninjago so far. They've been improving with their quality of updates every time. Like, they've all been good, but they've still gotten better and better every time. See the height of this better. There, that should be matching. Oh, there's too many. It's too high. That's to put it there. I guess I can do that. This one higher. So we just put it right below those studs. So there. I guess that makes it easier to line up. Did I? Oh, it's on tables. Duh. Kind of want to test something. Actually, let's get rid of that one, and then how much room do I have before the top? I hate that these don't snap correctly. Like, because that should have a wait. That has no gap. Oh, oh, because that's as high as I can put it. Because I kind of like that better. Instead of going all the way up with those, we just go up. What is that? 5. Oh, the floor is a different height here. Interesting. So it looks like I got to go up 2 notches, but I can't. I guess I'll just put a floor there. So I need to, because it needs a supporting piece. Hold on, I gotta do math in my head. So if I had that one there, this piece needs to go higher too. Hold on. So if that's where that one's gonna hit the ground, I mean, is this one gonna go 2 lower? And then I could use this as the reference, and then it should be the right height now. I just realized the terrain starts to dip down here. You'd think start from the top, but this doesn't count as a supporting piece. So, I technically can't even start from the top. The only thing supporting it is what's below it. So it has to be 1 space higher than that. So I had it, I think. Didn't I have it there? I think it needs to be there. It's going to stick up a little bit, but that's fine. That's where we could also just put some dark flooring below it. There we go. Oops, they keep flying out. How did you do the shelf? Like these ones? Over here? I'll show you in a minute. Give me a minute. I'm finishing up a thought. There we go. Okay, I could do the other sides now, but that's looking fantastic, right? I might move around once I get this framed better. I might move these inks around so that space is filled a little more evenly. Just have to do the other corners now. It'll look fantastic. The shelf where you place the oil? Oh, that's just a... You go to utility. Wall mount. Throw the wall mount on. You can put any item you want on the wall. And then you just put it into the slot, and it's there. Is the floor even here? It almost looks like I can't tell. So like you'd think just start from the top and then work my way down, but this doesn't have a supporting piece. So I gotta start down here. Let's see if this lines up correctly. Winner! And this one I know does too. This one should. Oh, that one might even be too high. Oh no, we're good. There, contrast better that way. Oh, there's no supporting piece here for it. It's really annoying when that happens, although I can kind of do something. I can make something stick out or do like some sort of statue there instead. Or sculpture. Let's see. Nothing like a gold statue. Something's in the way. I don't know what it is. Those are going to be too big. We got the outdoor stuff. I can do plants. That's too big. I don't think the plants really are going to work too well. I think if anything, the sculptures. Because I could always put another table. And then put something on the table. I don't have to do that for all of them. Because on all of them, I don't necessarily have room. But here I've got more room. And here I've got a ton of room. So I kind of want to find something. Now this one, I can at least hang that from there to have some space filled. And then also, where is this thing? See, here I've got that as an option too. Although I can only really have it connect in one of these spots. But again, for spots like this, I always have the option of like throwing in a half wall right here. And I can even, since I'm, see how right here I'm still building into the ground, we can vertically nudge, and I can nudge it like to here if I didn't want it to go all the way up like this, because that might be a little bit too much. Hold on, I gotta let my dogs out too. And especially with this one, here's a good example too, because like here, that's definitely too high, but we could like put that one to there. Or even like there or something. And I can have another there. And then now we can just do this. Copy it over there. And we've got two going the same height. And then, hold on, let me cook. Because there's a piece. Oh, I don't think that's going to fit, but, oh. It doesn't really match as much as I hoped it would. Winnie, do you need to go outside? Oh, I'm going to go let the dogs out. I need to let my dogs out. I just fed them when I went to get my drink refilled, so I know Winnie's got to poop. Winnie, do you got to poop? I think you got to poop. I'll be right back. Yeah, Pikmin, it would be nice. Even if it was an expensive conversion, it would be nice if you can convert upwards and not just downwards. How do you mount items on the wall? Go to utility, wall mount, put it on the wall, hang item. You don't have to put a whole stack in, you just need to put one, but then it's on the wall. I could center that, but I don't want to. I already have those. Do this one. Or could do these. No, I don't know about that. Can I fit one behind? I doubt it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, it's huge. Yeah, let's just do this, I guess. It's very, like, vibey for ritual oil, right? And then over here, I think we do something a little different. These are pretty cool. It's never going to line up on the same grid, though. They'll never line up. Like, I get it to line up this way. What do you think about that? That could be interesting. It's not terrible. It's different. It's something. It doesn't have to be super fancy. See, like down there, I don't even know if I'll do anything. Ooh, this looks like, it even looks like the energy. That's kind of cool. The golden energy. That would be kind of neat. I guess oh, it can go under, but I think those ones are solid. I just got to add some lights somewhere, if anything. But I don't think there's anything I really even need to add down there. That's good as is, unless there's like something else in here that makes sense. Nah, everything else can be too big. Unless there's like a little table or something I can fit down there. That's kind of the only thing I could think of if I did one of these. I'm sorry, one of these. I think that might not look bad. Yeah, let's do that. And then over here, there's not much going on with the spacing I left myself. But I think I should go higher with all of these. Because then I could do the same little doodads down there, I think. And then something in the middle. I just can't attach anything there because... Oh, wait, this is a wall that doesn't have any problems with stuff. So this actually can add a few things. I think that works. Nothing too crazy. And then we go to lights. Ninjago. And I think I go with these guys. I don't have any more sandwich going. And yeah, I think we just go right under those as long as that fits for all of them. Wait, why didn't it let me put that up high? Hold on. So there, I gotta match it so that one won't, for some reason on the right side, oh, it won't let me place that same piece as high. So we gotta do there. Should have room. Honestly, I think uncommon are the ones I have the least of. I might have to move that one. The energy down just a space. Oops. Is that where I had it already? I think it is. I just needed to come literally down one space here. So now we'll just put these pieces there. And it should just go right under it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Got it. Ah, that won't fit. Thought I could sneak it in there. Actually, no, that probably won't fit either. Unless it does. Nope. Yeah, they were only in the store for a little bit. It wasn't that long at all. Lights. Lights. I think I need lights on this one still. Bada bing, bada boom. I think it's done. My ninja storage area. It's like opposite from Daigo. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, can I not go that high? It's all within the limits. I'm running out of room. This is the one time I agree with people. I wish you could make the village limits larger now just because of the chest system. But this is the storage base now. In all of its glory. We've got the main storage. Inside there is mostly weapons and like where the crafting bench is. The Ninjago spot. The Star Wars spot, which I'm going to repair right now. The Daigo spot, which is really just a special spot for the hero station. And the potions cauldron. And then my storage for potions. Since now I consider potions different from food. Because I got my food over here. Seeds over here. Fish over here. Fish food over here. Equipment right here. And that's not like hero equipment. I still technically have to make a new storage area for that. I need a storage short. I guess I'm giving a quickie here. In here is the crafting bench. Over here is kind of just my battle weapons and stuff. Oh, I need actually time to move that into the spots that they go. Some extra random stuff. I don't know why I have that many illuminators, honestly. Arrows, 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 arrows. Go away. Oh yeah, I was supposed to break all this down. But I made a new area over here. I expanded the gems to include corrupted crystals and cut corrupted crystals, as well as dragon opal and honed dragon opal, aka cut dragon opal, because it is like essentially the same thing. And then also just like Kozu stone. Kozu stone and then Kozu stone slabs, or honed Kozu stone, but it's basically like any other slab in the game. It's just a processed version of its original, so I put it over there. Yeah, there's so much with storage, it's crazy. So I still need to replace my maps. Wait, what was I gonna put there again? Was I gonna put... I think I abandoned that idea, right? Chat, what was I going to put over here? Wasn't there something I was going to put over there? For those free chests? Am I going nuts? Or did I just abandon that idea after I built something there? There's no more items I need to store. I have them all stored. Oh, I think I was originally planning to move something over, but I think I abandoned it. Alright, still got my maps chilling. Let's go break down those items, and we still gotta also repair... There's some of my other weapon variants that I've yet to like add to the actual storage base. Or not the storage base, but the display base rather. Actually, I guess I should keep those there. Just for anytime I need that extra storage again for it all. And gammy. Okay. Recycling complete. Let's put those Shatterhorn fragments away into their new home. Which I'm still kind of iffy about. I hate that it clips through, but no matter where I put it, if I want to keep this area consistent, it's going to clip through no matter what. Whatever. Still bothers me. Your storage is insane. Thank you. So I've put a ton of time into this game, so the storage is definitely an important aspect for me. And it's super satisfying to set up. Like, even just today, adding the Kozu stone and stuff into the stone section, and then the steel into the metal section. It's very satisfying updating it every time there's new stuff. And no, not all of these chests are full. A lot of them end up being empty, but there are lots of items like wood, which currently I should probably go restock my wood because I have a secondary wood location. But a lot of items I'll have potentially more than one chest of. Now they keep making the chest sizes bigger, and like I think it was just a month or two ago they made the chest size go from like 28 to 36 or something like that. So they just keep getting bigger and bigger, which kind of makes my triple storage, my triple chest system, because each column is one item. But so my items used to take up a lot more chest space, but now they keep making each individual chest larger, and you know, now we have the gem chest on top of that, plus all the buffs. So it's become a little bit more the third row has become more and more obsolete as time goes on, but I still like the consistency and the tallness of it. It gives scale. I've made a Home Depot a long time ago, although I think it was in one of my oldest sandbox world, and one day I logged in and a bunch of my builds had just disappeared from like it was like some of the first builds I ever made in the game. When I first logged on, I hopped in the sandbox and kind of just goofed around. Epic is a LEGO Fortnite legend. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're too kind. All right. Everything's got a spot. Oh, good. I did have room there. All right. Let's go get some chores done. I don't really want to take a vehicle, but I also don't want to do 3 bus loads. Actually, hold on. Ah, that's jarring. Is that creative? No, it's expert mode. Flying fish sandwiches allow you to fly inside your village limits. I don't know. I don't do as much IRL Lego stuff as I used to, but I still build some sets from time to time. This game is honestly just cheaper than collecting IRL Lego. Welcome to one of many mega builds. This is a balloon auto farm, which I don't even use anymore because I have a more efficient way to farm stuff now. Surprised there's no new plantable foods. I guess there's the rice, which I kind of forgot about. Oh, it's another thing I could update. Is I probably won't add it here, but I can add a rice row to my speed food farm. Oh, I forgot I can just. Oh, I'm walking too far away. Swing. Hold on. See, I haven't moved these chests around. See, this right here. This is how much space they added the chests a couple weeks ago. They gave us an additional, what is that? Like 14 or something like that? Like, that's crazy, because this chest used to be full. They did also make the inventory bigger. Yeah, sometimes the challenges don't finish, or I can't find the last target, or the chest just doesn't pop up even after you complete it. I only got like 15 more minutes tonight. Maybe I won't get around to doing everything. I'll do more stuff tomorrow. Right now I'm transferring one backpack full of wood. I guess, do I have a... I don't know if I have a vehicle here right now, ready to go. Let's see, do I? Usually I have one parked over here if I do. It would appear that I do not. Unless it's just loading in. Stock the wood, and then I can even bring those planks back over here.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, no worries, Zep. I understand. It's that time of year. Here. Let's just do my quick transport vehicle. I have a tutorial for this build on my page. It should be pinned to the top of my profile. I need to build another flyer for over here anyway. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, wait. This is too big. I need to go like that. I goofed it. There we go. I'm not even going to drive it. We're just going to make the flyable one. So we don't even need a power center. tutorial on my page. What elements do I main? I mean, I don't really say I main anyone, but I pretty much always have the ice spinjitzu equipped, and then depending on the weapon always depends on what you're fighting. See, this location's really not that far away, but... I'm lagging. I'm going to end up somewhere far away from where this is. Oh, wait. All right. Let's bring all that. Oops. I think that's enough, because that should fill up the 3 chests that I have. And then I think I can fit more mahogany now, too. I might be able to get rid of... Yeah, I should be able to fill up the rest of the mahogany chests that I have there. And if I have a little extra, that's fine. It's better than keeping it here. This is like my overstock that I was using at a certain point. I just had so much... I had more than 3 chests full. So I was like, I might as well have some backstock somewhere off-site. But now the chests have gotten bigger. I can move some of it over. And then same with like this even. I don't think I need the backstock of stink glands either because I should have enough free space. Shan't be needing these anymore. At least foreseeably, I suppose. How to report a more complex bug to LEGO Fortnite? I think they have like a Trello page that you can try to add to. You know what we can do with the rest of this wood, or a lot of it, is just throw it into here. Oops. You never have enough planks. Where can I, from chaos challenges and also the training dummy challenges and the collect the banner challenges will get you. And then also, you know, those daily 17-hour chests at the sanctums, those will also give you unknowable energies. We don't need to wait for these. I don't even think I have room for them, even if I do. Yeah, I guess I got a little bit of room. To wait a little bit. Just bring back more planks. Wait a few more minutes and these will be good to go. Is there anything else that I can transport? I don't think of anything else that I need to. I think there's some seeds here, but I think I used them all to replant a bunch of these. I think at least replant. Yeah, I replanted the first row. The super, like the equipments? Nah, not right now. I've been using the Spinjitzu stuff, but the traps are really good. But yeah, Zeppelin. So what I did today is basically just update the storage base. I can't remember what point you got back, but I got like I got a new little Ninjago area set up, but then like I still put all the elemental animal parts in the animal part section. I put the Kozu stone in the rock in the stone section, bamboo in the wood, but for the energies, bandanas, inks, and oils, I made a special Spinjitzu Ninjago area. I think that actually might be enough to get a full bag's worth anyway right now, so... Oh, not quite. Well, it's time for me to log off anyway. Alright, let's take it back. Server reset in 15 minutes. I'll be gone by then. I'll be gone. Right now, I just figured I've only got like one chest of wood at the main base, so going to grab the back room stock items, the stock room. The LEGO Fortnite Go. Yo, what's going on? And thank you. And thank you. So many planks because I have so much wood, and eventually, after playing the game for so long, you actually do go through a lot of materials. And my planks are getting low at this main base here. You can see the new Ninjago spot that I was barely able to fit in next to the animal houses in the corner and still keep it within my village limits, so that way the chests would be accessible for, oh god. For the village chest limits. Skrrr. And then I also put Shatterhorn fragments in the animal section because it does come from a creature. I figured I was going to put it in the treasure section, but we decided against it. Oh, and I do only have one chest of this over here, so I think I still do need backup for this stuff. Just for the spitties. I just can't tell where it is. Oh, it's right here. I guess it doesn't have to line up exactly with the back of this. Because I'm going to have extra venom, and I'll just put it back there. Yep, we got the bamboo, and then I decided just to do honed. Like, yeah, I'm not going to even need 3 chests for it. But this is technically the rod version of bamboo, so I figured it would go well there. You'd think put all the honed stuff together, but with my system, it doesn't translate well. Alright. I might have brought too much wood. That's okay. See, all we gotta do is go around this side. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to build that there because that's gonna be, the door is gonna be in the way. I guess I could just build it over. That's not gonna end me. No, actually, you know what else I could do? Even better idea. Hold on. Oh, no, because that's going to bump into it, too. Okay, yeah, that's what I got to do. Do what you gotta do. What does age have to do anything with playing a game you enjoy? Or building stuff, or creating stuff? I don't know. When you get older, you'll find hobbies too. At least I hope so. Exactly, Pikmin. Exactly. This guy knows. So there we go. Now we're stocked up. That's why I have 3 chests, because there are certain items where I will easily get 3 chests plus of something. Other things, not so much. Like, at some point, maybe I tone down some of the other categories and make them more similar. Like when the gems get too big, right? When I get too many gems, I don't need 3 chests. Realistically, I probably only need 1 chest for the gems. So at some point, I could redo this and then make it resemble this, where it's 1 item per chest, or 1 chest per item. Because see, if I had 3 chests per item on these, you see how... Imagine multiplying this by 3. It would be a lot bigger. So eventually, that's what I'll do. If I get to a point where certain... Like, and in here, see the dirt? That's another one that you're going to want probably 3 of, and some of these other ones, because you can collect tons of it like it's nothing. Oh, I got to go bring poop over from the other base. Now, blast powder, I've never really had more than 1 row of stacks of it, but... even batteries, I have like 3 chests full. What's better, plasma pistol or throwing sword? Probably the plasma pistols. My nose is like, it's like I have a fuzz in there. I can feel it. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to bring over. Skirt! Oh, dang it, that's exactly what I didn't want it close to any other builds. I guess I'll just push it. Hey! And on that note, we're officially finished. Heather's home. I was literally parking the car to give my outro, and perfect timing. Heather walks in the door. All right, guys. Do we have a raid target? And other than that, thank you so much for hanging out. We got the storage base mostly updated. I got to make a repair to the Star Wars area. Somehow my Star Wars area got damaged like a week ago. I really don't know how, but a couple pieces broke. Luckily, I still have all the chests, so I didn't lose any items. I just got to rebuild part of the floor and the wall a little bit. And then other than that, tomorrow, I think what I'll also do tomorrow is go to my speed farm and do a make rice and then get a bunch of rice farmed up tomorrow. So that way I'm like caught up in that sense. Oh, I've been forgetting. I forgot to get my present yesterday. And I think even the day before. You see my dog? Not right now. I'm calling it for the evening. Oh, cool. That's neat. So I guess, is there a cheat sheet for what's in all the things? Because there's certain ones I should probably focus over the others if I'm not going to be able to get them all. Because I haven't even collected any of these ones. How many more days of this are left? It goes to January 4th. So I have 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So I have 8 more presents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so as long as I don't fall behind any more, I can collect them all. We're good. Right, Haskins? Perfect. Do it. Do you have a name? I would just call you Lego. Epic Bricks. It's my username, but I'm also Nathan. If you want to call me my government name. But Epic works. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I am going to close it out there, and I will rejoin you tomorrow. Also, I re-uploaded the animal variants guide to include it's on my TikTok, and I think I posted on Instagram and even as a YouTube post. But it's just a photo post of all the animal variants that are in the game. Hopefully it'll help you out if you're looking for all of the animal variants like me and your cuckoo clock for this game. But I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. See ya.